time have some money left. Most of the guys I've worked with do. They don't have a lot, though. So they realize, oh, my God, I'm not going to make the million. I wrote an article last night about this. There's a myth, especially NFL, poor NFL, I pick on them all the time, but not so poor. But the NFL, they have a myth around, I think all professional sports, that if you make it there, you've made it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just so far from the truth. It's almost like, no, you've made it there. And it's great. But it's not a life. It's an opportunity. I think Herm Edwards said that. Mm-hmm. It's an opportunity. It's not like a career. And the other part that I want to mention here, if I have time, is I really see this is they can use the NFL as the launching for their own career, as opposed to the NFL using them to launch the NFL, right? To continue the NFL. I think that the guys, you mentioned in the early part of the show that I work with retired athletes, and I do. But what I really do is working with them while they're playing, in the off season, of course, because they can leverage their status. So if they call somebody that they want an interview or they want just to top a meeting, and they're calling from I'm playing for the Dallas Cowboys, I'd like to speak to Mr. Jones. Mm-hmm. Mr. Jones is going to return that call. I don't care how important he is. He's going to return a call from a professional player.
Yeah.
And yet, when they're retired, they're not anywhere. They're not in that status any longer. They just can't yield a bat the way they can yield the bat when they're playing.
And I know that the Rooneys, when I covered the Steelers, they were often very good, like you said, about player relations and such. And there were certain little things that I would see, let's say, the Steelers do that maybe some other organizations, the NFL, didn't. But that's not the topic of what we're talking about here today. Lorenda Phillips, what I did want to ask, you mentioned that you've worked with some players. In our remaining time of this segment, and if you can, I'd like to keep you on, and then we'll talk to you after 1:30 here in the East. Lorenda, who are some of those players that you've worked with about managing their money or maybe even trying to rehabilitate a savings account that has been squandered?
Yeah. The only one I have a release from, that's part of the deal, is
sure.
I talk about who they are, but I do have a release from one. His name's J.R. Tolver, Tolver. He works at San Diego State. He does their announcing right now. He also is a State Farm agent. He is a little different story because he's been retired for about 10 years or 15 years. But his story is very typical. That's why I really asked if I could share it. He did have some money. He only lasted 3 years. He had a good signing bonus, and he had like a very crummy kind of yearly for 3 years, and a good about $200,000 signing bonus and $80,000 3 years. So, but he had a wife at the time who was very frugal and really supported him in keeping some of that money. That they keep some of that money, and they worked through the Raiders, so they were in Oakland, and so that happened. But then he had a hard time struggling as to what to do. But, okay, they had a little money. He could go out. She was supporting him financially and also because she had a pretty good job, but also emotionally. And he finally landed on something that he liked. And then it was a farmer's insurance agent. And then, State Farm agent, and then that's when I came on board. He had already got it. He'd already been working it. It just hadn't been as successful as he wanted to be. So because I'd worked with business owners for a long time, I had that particular skill. I helped him create systems, create teams, hire the right people so that then he could do well. And in that second year, I came on in the very beginning of the second year, he did an amazing increase in his productivity. And in insurance, as you build up your book of business, and then that book and supports as you move toward as you move inside your business. And so he's in his fourth year, and he's doing extremely well. So
Okay, Lorenda, I've got 10 seconds to a break here, so I'm going to hold you right there. When we come back, we're talking to Lorenda Phillips, a very fascinating topic about managing your money, either you or pro athletes.